Hey, this video is a continuation of Facebook audiences. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to create Facebook lookalike audiences. And I'm going to show you how to do it and how you can use them to help you with your Facebook advertising. And that's coming up right now. Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? My name is Gabe Kemsey and I am your internet marketing guide, and welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I teach internet marketing and I also teach entrepreneurship. So if this is your very first time on my channel, feel free to go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification button so that you can get notified on upcoming videos that I do every single week. This is actually a part 2 with Facebook audiences, and I'm going to be showing you and teaching you about lookalike audiences. And this is a continuation of a free Facebook ads course that I'm doing here on my channel. So if you're just joining us, feel free to also go back, watch the other videos. If you're trying to learn Facebook ads, this course is for you. So you can reach the different videos down in the description below where the links are, or follow the playlist, or whatever works for you. So let's go into Facebook audiences, especially lookalike audiences. In my last video, we talked about the 3 different types of Facebook audiences: interest audiences, custom audiences, and lookalike audiences. So if you want to learn about the first 2, watch that video. That's kind of part 1. This video, we're going to be talking about lookalike audiences. And the reason why you need to watch the previous video first, because you need a custom audience in order to create a lookalike audience. Well, you don't need one, but it really does help to have one. And I'm going to show you how exactly to do this. Let's talk a little bit about lookalike audience. For those of you who might not understand what a lookalike audience is, so let's say your niche is the makeup niche. Your first target audience is people who are interested in makeup. So let's say you have a population of people and they're interested in makeup, right? So this population is less than like 2.1 million, right, of people. And that's what we call your interest audience, right? This audience is based off of people of a specific interest. They could also be based off of a fan page like Sephora or MAC. Now, let's say you run this interest through a landing page, okay? And you build up an email list. Now what you want to do is you want to use that email list, or use those lists of subscribers, or let's say you have a pixel on one of your websites and you want to create an audience based off of that. So you have this audience going into your autoresponder, clicking on your website, getting tagged by your pixel. Now what you want to do is you want to create a custom audience of people who have visited your site, or you want to create a custom audience of leads that you might have or buyers that you might have. So you can do that. When people come in here, there's different options that could happen. You can have people become customers and they bought. You can have people who just became leads. You could have people who just view your website, right? And they could all be coming from this main interest audience. We can create custom audiences based off of data that we have, subscribers, based off of our Facebook pixel. So the beauty of these custom audiences is you can create ads specifically for these custom audience. So you can say, you can create an ad that retargets customers. Like let's say somebody bought from you. You can create an ad with an upsell and say, hey, you bought lipstick. Now, do you want to buy maybe like a lipstick mirror? You can target customers. And for leads that haven't bought yet, you can create an ad that says, hey, you haven't bought yet, or hey, you added something to a shopping cart. You know, do you want to, if you purchase now, you can get 5% off, 10% off, or whatever. Or you can just target people that just viewed your page and say, you know, we saw that you viewed our page, you're interested in makeup, would you like to take part of the special or get on our newsletter or whatever the case may be? Maybe they can become a lead, maybe they can become a buyer. So that's the beauty of custom audiences, and this is custom audiences. Now we have what is called lookalike audiences. And lookalike audiences basically take this custom audience idea to the next level. You have a list, a CSV file, or a list of subscribers of, let's say, 1,000 people, right? What you can do is you can tell Facebook to create a lookalike audience based off of this particular custom audience. Well, and remember, this is the 1,000 people that you provide, the information that you provide based off of your list, based off data from your Facebook pixel. You could say, hey, Facebook, create a population of 2 million people, all based off of these leads. That's why it's called lookalike. This audience looks like this particular audience that you have. You can say, hey, Facebook, create an audience of buyers, because this is an audience that you have of buyers. So create an audience of buyers of 5 million people, right? So what Facebook will do is Facebook will take this list of buyers. Let's say you have 500 people that have bought from you, right? Facebook will take those 500 people. Facebook will analyze that list of people from their age to their demographic, to their interests, to their behaviors that they do on Facebook, and go throughout Facebook and search for people that are similar or related to that specific group and build an audience for you based off of that information that you have from your custom audience, right? And you can do this with any type of custom audience here. So this is what is called a lookalike audience. And the more data you provide Facebook on this custom audience, the more specific and the more, what's the word I'm looking for? Accurate. Accurate. Can't think today. The more specific and the more accurate your lookalike audience is going to be. These three different audiences all play their part, right? If you're just getting started and you have no data whatsoever, and you're being new, or you're just testing, right? Well, testing is going to be in all of these portions, obviously. But if you're new, your interest audiences are going to be what you start with. Once you start getting data based off of your Facebook pixel and based off conversions, based off of lists that you create that you have, you can upload that information into Facebook and create custom audiences. And then you can take it a step further and you can use these custom audiences and enhance them and 10x them, 20x them, 30x them, whatever you want to do to create lookalike audiences based off of that information. You can create a lookalike audience of 5 million people that are basically lookalike this audience here that could be potential buyers, and you can now sell them. And you could give them advertising to sell, or maybe get them into your list, or whatever you want to do. So that's the power of lookalike audiences. And I'm going to show you how to create lookalike audiences right now. So let's go ahead and hop onto the desktop and I'll show you how to do that. So first thing we want to do is we want to get to our Facebook Ads Manager. You can do that multiple ways. You can either go this way and go to Manage Ads, right? And I want to get to this main menu here. I'm going to click All Tools, and we're going to go to Audiences. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So this is where we created our demo custom custom audiences. Okay, guys. Now, if you don't know how to do this portion yet, go back to my previous video, click the link up there or whatever, watch that video so you can learn how to do that. But now we're going to go ahead and take that custom audience and create a lookalike audience with that particular audience, okay? And how you do that is you want to go to create audience and you're going to select lookalike audience. All right, so the first thing you got to figure out is the source, and it says choose a custom audience or a page. They have a value-based sources. You also have other sources here where you can choose a custom audience. You can choose different pages. So I'm going to click any of these custom audiences. Now for location, how it used to be is you could only pick one location to actually target. So what you would have to do is create multiple different lookalike audiences, one lookalike audience targeting United States, one targeting Canada or whatever. But now I think Facebook has changed it where you can target multiple locations, which is awesome. So, you can put the locations that you want to target. So you want to target United States and, the United Kingdom, right? And you put that in there. And then, so now here is where you can now decide the audience size. Now remember how I told you custom audience takes however many subscribers, leads, buyers, and can now amplify that. And what you have here is a scale from 0 to 10. And you can see here from the 0 to 1, that's 2.6 million people. So what Facebook is going to do is it's going to take this data, it's going to take the custom audience, it's going to take this location, it's going to take this information, and it's going to basically create a lookalike audience with these people's demographics and information and create an audience of 2.6 million people, okay? The larger you go up the scale, the bigger the population is, right? So 1 is 2.6, 2 is 5.1 million, 3 is 7.7 million, and it just keeps on going up and up and up. Now, just to let you guys know, the larger this audience is, the less, I guess, accurate it gets. It doesn't mean that it's still not accurate, but just keep in mind that Facebook taking, let's say 1,000 people from your custom audience and finding 25 million people that match that specific audience, it's just a little bit more difficult, okay? So what I recommend doing when you're creating lookalike audiences is to test several different lookalike audiences, and I would recommend testing the first 3 or 4 beginning when you first get started, okay? So you can create a lookalike audience with just 1, then you can create a lookalike audience with 2 and 3. You could even create 4, okay? So these are the most specific audiences that are going to be most relative to the custom audience or whatever parameter you pick to create for this lookalike audience. Now, you can do this manually, right? Where you can let's say I create this custom audience with just 1. I can create this custom audience or lookalike audience and then go back and do the same thing, put in all my information and then just hit 2 and do that. Or what you can do is you can go down to show advanced options here. And when you show advanced options, what it's going to allow you to do is it's allow you to create multiple audiences at one time. So let's say I want to create 4 audiences, right? My first audience could be 0 to 1, right? My second audience could be 0 to 2, okay? Then my third audience could be 0 to 4, right? And then my fifth audience could be 0 to 5, right? So these 4 audiences that were created, you can see here the estimated reach for each one of these lookalike audiences. And so then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and create audience. So for this particular example, since it's just a demo, I don't want to create all these random audiences. I'm just going to do one audience and do it for 2.6 million, and I'm going to create audience. Now this is going to take a little bit of time. This is a perfect error. I didn't even plan for this to happen, guys. You see how it says source is too small? Please choose a source that includes at least 100 people in the same country. So back to my what I said about picking multiple countries. It used to just be one country. Now you can pick multiple countries, but you have to make sure that you have enough data within the file that you're asking to create a lookalike audience for within the same country, okay? So that's probably my mistake here. That's why it's not letting me do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and just take out United Kingdom. Just do United States and keep it 2.1 million and then create audience. And like I said before, this takes time, right? Like just how the custom audience takes time to populate, this takes even more time because what it's doing now, it's taking that information from the custom audience, right? And it's going to find and search for people within Facebook that match particular criteria and data from your custom audience. So if your custom audience is made up of women who love makeup that have bought a product from you, then Facebook's job is to try and find 2.1 million other people that is outside of the 1,000 people that you provided of women who like makeup that have bought makeup products that are ideal candidates for buying your product as well. Okay, so you can see here right now, it's populating right now and it's going to take a little bit of time, but once that's populated and ready to go, it's going to make itself accessible to be used as an audience in our advertising. And so how you would pick a lookalike audience for your advertising is as so. You want to go to your ads manager when you're creating an ad. Okay, and I'm just going to hit, pick up any of these things here. I'm not going to even name it or anything. I'm just kind of doing this to show you guys. And then once we get to the ad set portion here, we're going to scroll down to our audiences, right? And instead of creating a new audience where we put all this information down, we're going to use a custom audience, okay? And when we do this, we click in here. And when we click in here, it's going to give us all the audiences we've created. It's also going to give us our lookalike audiences. So we can just select that. And then we can select the lookalike audience that we created. So this is the lookalike audience I just made. As you can see, it's fewer than 1,000 people right there. But you can see some other lookalike audiences that we've created before in the past. This one, over 8 million people, over 2 million people, close to 3 million people, right? So these are just all lookalike audiences that I've created that I've allowed Facebook to create based on information that I gave them, guys. So this is so powerful. You can create more. I recommend creating multiple lookalike audiences and creating different ad sets, testing the different lookalike audiences so that you know which ad sets are working, which lookalike audiences work the best, and how you can scale that moving forward. Okay, guys? And that's it for lookalike audiences. Pretty simple, sweet, short to the point. If you have any questions about lookalike audiences and how to create them, leave them down in the comment section below. If you got value from this video, give this video a big thumbs up, guys. I really do appreciate all the comments and all the responses that you guys give for these videos. I'm so glad that they're being very helpful for you guys. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet,
feel free to do so you don't miss any great trainings that are coming out in the future here and videos that I release on a weekly basis. And last but not least, if you have not yet downloaded my free Facebook ads copy cheat sheet, go ahead and download that. It gives you 10 Facebook ad copy secrets you can use to write effective ads, to write copy that sells, and to help you get conversions on your ads, whether you're looking for people to buy, whether you're looking for people to get leads to, whether you're looking for possible prospects or clients. It's gonna help you out. So go ahead and download it. The link will be down in the description below. Appreciate you guys so much for watching. If following along with the Facebook ads course, you can go on to the next video here. And if not, I will catch you guys on the next video.